So as the first part of this session of Crossplane, we have discussed that how we can set up Crossplane on a Kubernetes cluster. As I explained, what is Crossplane? Crossplane is a kind of application which can set up on top of Kubernetes and can go and manage non-Kubernetes objects as well or resource as well. It means there is a Kubernetes cluster. Top of that, Crossplane is running, and this Crossplane can go and connect to the AWS provider and create the S3 bucket there and manage the S3 bucket lifecycle. That is feasible if we use Crossplane. Okay. So internally, if I give a standard definition, Crossplane can manage and create non-Kubernetes objects. For doing that thing, Crossplane use two kinds of pods. Okay. So how Crossplane is doing that thing, we will see that thing. Lot of resources are there. Like Crossplane has the pods, which is Crossplane pods provider, manage resources, compositor resource definition, compositor resource claims. All this thing we will discuss in detail. Let's go and discuss first. When we installed Crossplane, what happened? When we installed Crossplane, Crossplane creates a namespace which is Crossplane hyphen system. In this, two pods are there. One is Crossplane pod and second is Crossplane RBAC manager pod. Okay, manager pod. Crossplane pod is the core pod. Okay, core component of this. So this Crossplane pod has the init container. This init container role is to initialize the external providers, and it will be setting up the CRDs, custom resource definition. It will set the compositors, all these things. Init container will do it in the Crossplane pod. And second is the core container. Core container. Once the core container comes up, the core container is the main container, which is going to create your external resource and manage it. There is a concept called reconcile polling. Okay, reconcile loop, not polling, reconcile loop, which will go and keep on checking the resource state which Crossplane has created it. External resource, external resource which Crossplane is created it, it will go and check the state. If any kind of drift happens, it will again go and repair it. So that is what reconcile loop will do it, and that is the core container will take care of it. Now, how they do it? How Crossplane will go and monitor the external resource using watch or pool. Two things are there. Watch is using the providers. Crossplane can go and watch the external resource. If any drift happens, it will notify to the Crossplane core container. Poll is every 10 seconds. It will go and manage. Go every 1 minute. They will go and monitor the environment. If any changes has happened. But polling is always costly operation because every 1 minute Crossplane core container has to go and check it out the resource state, rather than the watch is more efficient operation to do that thing. Okay, so this is main concept about Crossplane con core container. Now second is the RBAC container. As the name suggests, RBAC pod, sorry. So RBAC manager pod, it is providing the permissions onto the resources. We can disable that thing. In case if you go and disable the RBAC manager pod, you need to create your own RBAC rules to get the access on the external resources. So these are the two main pods which Crossplane uh, creates when we set up the environment. Now in next session, we will discuss about the other things such as compositor resource definition. Okay, so manage resources, everything we will discuss in detail. Thank you for joining. If any query and questions, feel free to ask in the chat window. Thank you.